What's going on, everybody? How are you doing today? I'm hashtag Larry, and today I'm going to be doing the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 Challenge. This thing right here. So, yeah, we'll see what my three picks are right after this. Alright, everybody, and we are back. So, like I said, I'm doing the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 Challenge, which is a challenge that people can do of picking three collectible items to go in three specific categories. It was started by UAM Collectibles and Dr. Applesauce. Um, I was nominated to do this by my good friend Sin over at the Sin Den and my other good friend Sean Ryan over at Sean Ryan Toys and Games. Um, yeah, so anyone that knows me should know I ain't gonna be able to pick three. So this is gonna be a little bit different. Yeah, I'm sure you probably figured it out by now. So yeah, I have quite a few things here for different categories. Plus, I have a special category which was requested by Sean Ryan himself. So, of course, there's a couple things for that category. But let me explain the categories and we'll start showing them off. There's three categories. The first one is most expensive. That one was easy because it was PPG, what was the most expensive, and that's the pop. Next is most sentimental. That's a really tough one for me because there's so many items in here that mean so much to me for so many different reasons. But I tried to narrow it down to one, but I'm stuck on two. And like I said, there's literally so many more behind me that I could point out. Um, but we'll be here all day. So the last group or category is Wildcard. So the most coolest. And these can be any collectible. This does not have to be just pops. I do have a little variety in this for you. But it is the most coolest. But like I said, there is a new category for this video, for me at least, and it is requested by Sean Ryan. My favorite horror, my favorite horror pop. So got that category. So I have four, like you've seen in the cool little customization I had to do. I have 8 total items here to show you. So we'll start off with the first category, most expensive. If I would have done this a few days ago, it would have been between 2 pops because they were 2 pops that were the same value. That were the most. So one changed. Now there's one, and that is Fruit Brute. This Fruit Brute from the Ad Icons is my most expensive pop currently in my collection, and I love this pop. It is really awesome. So Mr. Fruit Brute as ringing in as most expensive in the first category. Okay, everybody, now let's move on to the second category, most sentimental pop or collectible. Like I said, very, very, very tough for me. There is so many behind me that I can literally see behind me that I could pick out as sentimental to me for a specific reason. And there's tons. But I did pick out 2 that really do mean a lot to me. This one I'm going to show, it means everything to me for multiple reasons, but it means a lot to not just me, but to Aiden and Kayla. And this pop came from very, very, very awesome friends of mine, Mr. Sean Ryan, who nominated me to do this, and Brian and Brittany from Cheap and Nerdy. A few months ago, they sent me this thing for Aiden, and like I said, it made me emotional in my video, and it means the world to me. And it is the 10-inch Bullseye, and this is the Target exclusive, where part of the proceeds went to St. Jude's, which means a lot to me because with Aiden born with his disability, that's just a big thing for us is, you know, helping out with like St. Jude and anything like that. So the fact that they sent this to me for Aiden really got to me, and it like I said, this pop means the world to me. And between me and Aiden, the thing would never ever go anywhere. That's for sure. The second most sentimental thing to me is this came from another very two good friends of mine, and another one of the people is a person who nominated me, Sin over the Send-In, and my other great friend, Just the Brat. They sent me this for Christmas, and they knew I wanted these really bad. I even almost ate the chip of death to get these, but I didn't. And they came through and got me these for Christmas, and it is the Puppy and Kitty X-Ray Tiny Ghosts. I wanted these really bad, and the fact I was totally shocked. Did not expect this from them at all, and these just mean a lot to me. These are my first Puppy and Kitty Tiny Ghosts. And they wanted these so bad. I missed them when they dropped, and they were able to get it to me. Like I said, they mean a whole lot to me, and that was my second one for most sentimental. Now we're going to move on to Wildcard, the coolest, and there's two of these that also are sentimental to me, but they put them in this category because we'll spend all day in sentimental if I don't. And the first one is a pop, recently acquired, and I just think this pop is just awesome. It's one of the coolest pops Funko's ever made, and now it's in my collection. I never thought it would be. And it is also from great friends of mine, Sean Ryan, Brittany and Brian from Cheap and Nerdy, and James and Lisa from Pop Couple, and it is Captain Spaulding. He is so cool. God, love Captain Spaulding. Never thought I would own him. I do. And he's just a cool pop. I mean, he's a clown. And he's Captain Spaulding. So, love this pop. So happy to have it. The second thing in here for the coolest wild card is not a pop. Also recently acquired. Also from great friends of mine. It means a lot to me, and this is something I wanted forever. This is one of the main things I wanted when I started collecting these, and I finally got it. And this is from James and Lisa over at Pop Couple, and it is Mr. Bloodbath Tiny Ghost, who is so cool. Like, how can you not think this guy's cool? And he fits perfect with my collection because most of my collection is horror. So Mr. Bloodbath Tiny Ghost from James and Lisa, another one in my very cool wild card category. And the third but last for my wild card category, I know, they're supposed to be pick 3, so I couldn't. Sorry, I tried. But at least you get to see cool stuff, right? So the last but, you know, not least in the cool category, again, not a Tiny Ghost and not a Funko Pop, and also a recently new acquired collection, as well as a fandom for me to collect, and it is Star Wars Black Series General Grievous. I mean, this guy is cool. If you don't like General Grievous but like Star Wars, I don't know what's wrong with you. Definitely got lucky to get this when the Jedi Revan dropped. I went into GameStop. They got one of these in. The guy's like, I held it back to see if he wanted it. I was like, definitely. So, General Grievous from Star Wars Black Series, and yeah, super cool. I mean, how can I do a wild card most cool category and not show off General Grievous? So, that would be the end of the pick 3 if I didn't have another category. But I have another category, and like I said, added on by Sean Ryan. Some of my favorite horror pop. So it's very hard to pick my favorite horror pop out there. So I got 2, and again, there's a million more behind me that are my favorite horror. The Glow Freddy back there is also going to be sentimental because it came from Persephone and Eric. Meant the world to me. Same with the Glow Pinhead Persephone and Eric. Was my personal grail, even though it's not that expensive a pop. I mean, there's tons. The Conan as Freddy Wise, or Pennywise from my batshit crazy uncle Brian Henry. I mean, there's tons of stories back there. But I try to narrow it down to 2, and of course, it was my first personal big grail that I bought myself, and one of my favorite horror characters ever. We got Freddy Funko as Pennywise. Definitely one of my favorite horror pops, for sure. He is super cool, and like I said, it's one of my first big grails I actually bought myself. Didn't pull in the mystery box, so, and wasn't, sent to me as a gift or anything like that. So it means a lot to me, and it's one of my favorites. And last but not least, so we're not here for freaking 20 minutes going over my favorite stuff. One of my other favorite horror pops ever, because it's one of my favorite horror movies too. And this was also a gift from my batshit crazy uncle Brian Henry. And this is Ghostface from Scream. Very cool pop, and it's one of my favorite horror pops, and I'm very happy to finally have this in my collection. It's been in my collection for several months now, and I'm just thrilled to actually be able to own it. So thanks to Brian Henry for that. But now that is the end of the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 challenge that turned into Ultra Applesauce Pick more like 8 and an extra category challenge. But I did my best. It had to be a little bit different. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like my top favorite pops and other collectibles, Tiny Ghost, Black Series, etc. I appreciate all y'all for taking time to watch this, but I also have to nominate 2 people myself, and I would like to nominate my other good friend, Completely Corey. I know you'll have fun doing this, and I would love to see your top 3. So let's see Completely Corey do this. And Adam from Funko Pop Box Productions. That's who I want to do this as well. So Adam, I would love to see your top 3 as well. So I'm gonna link both of their channels down below. Go check them out. Hopefully they accept this challenge and do this, because I really like to see what they have. But that's everything I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching my Ultra Applesauce Pick 3, more like Pick 8 challenge, and the extra category from Sean Ryan. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time, later.